Guys, today I'm going to talk about chemistry. This is the periodic table. So it is divided into 8 groups and 7 periods. Group 8 is kind of special because it is noble gases, which means its outermost electron shell has 8 electrons. So it is in a stable condition because it follows the octet rule. So these elements are also divided into metal, semi-metal, and non-metal, gas, liquid, and solid. So you can see that solid covered most of the element. Most importantly, you should remember that there is only 2 liquid, including bromine and mercury. So today I'm going to cover up these topics including chemical bond, formation of ions, ionic bond, metallic bond, molecule, and covalent bond. So a chemical bond refers to the electrostatic attraction that holds particles together. There are 3 main types of chemical bonds, namely ionic bonds, covalent bonds, and metallic bonds. So now I'm going to talk about the formation of ions. Atoms of elements other noble gases are usually not stable, but by gaining or losing outermost shell electrons, these atoms can attain the electronic arrangement of the nearest noble gases. When an atom gains or loses one or more electrons, an ion is produced. So now I'm going to talk about ionic bond. Ionic bond is the strong non-directional electrostatic attraction between oppositely charged ions. So this is an example of ionic bond. You can see that this is the sodium atom and this is the chlorine atom. This shows the number of the electronic arrangement. So you can see the outermost shell has only 1 electron and this has 7. So in order to gain 8, this chlorine atom has to gain 1 electron from sodium. So when a metal atom which tends to lose electrons and a non-metal atom which tends to gain electrons combine, they do so by the transfer of electrons, forming ions. The ions are held together by ionic bonds. So this is how they transform into, and they now both are in stable condition. But this one over here, you can see a positive sign, which means it is now a cation. So enough with ionic bonds. Now we talk about molecule. A molecule is the smallest part of an element or a compound which can exist on its own under room conditions. Compounds made up of only nonmetals usually consist of molecules. Elements are made up of either atoms or molecules. All atoms consist of atoms, or metals, So most nonmetals consist of discrete molecules. The number of atoms in a molecule of an element or compound is called atomicity. So move on to covalent bond. A covalent bond forms when one or more pairs of outermost shell electrons are shared between 2 atoms. So this is an example. This is a hydrogen atom and a chlorine atom. So it is actually the strong directional electrostatic attraction between the shared electrons and the 2 nuclei of the bonded atoms. So this is how they transform into. They share their electrons. Oh yes, did I mention about the metallic bond? So my drawing is quite bad, but metallic bond is the electrostatic attraction between a sea of delocalized electrons and metal ions. So this is a sea of electrons. The electrons are moving around, so they don't have to share or take others' electrons. So this is the end of my chemistry lesson. Hope I can see you next time. Please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.